Ryan had a crush on Melissa for months. Every single day in class, he'd stare at her, building entire fantasy conversations in his head, imagining what it would be like if she laughed at his jokes, if they went on dates, if she looked at him the way he looked at her. He even started flexing his small bicep under his sleeve, hoping she'd notice, thinking maybe that would make him look confident. But nothing happened. Melissa ended up with some other guy. And this guy? He didn't sit in silence for weeks. He didn't hope she would magically read his mind. He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He just walked up to her one day, spoke with confidence, sparked a little tension, and that was it. Ryan was crushed. And that's when he realized the brutal truth. If you don't act, you lose. And that's what we're talking about today. How girls really want you to talk to them. Not boring questions, not fake cool guy energy, not staring from the sidelines. Real conversations, real confidence, and real attraction. Because, let's be honest, you've probably been Ryan. Hell, I've been Ryan. Let me tell you my story. A while back, I went to Bali with my friends, and at the beach, I noticed this girl. She was beautiful, the kind of girl that immediately catches your eye without even trying. We made eye contact. Once, then again, then again. My chest got tight, my brain lit up, and in my head I was screaming, "This is it. This is the moment." But I didn't move. I kept waiting for the right time. Maybe she'll walk closer. Maybe she'll come over. Maybe something will just magically happen. And then, out of nowhere, another guy walked straight past me. No hesitation. He didn't overthink. He didn't care about the perfect time. He just went up to her, smiled, leaned in slightly, spoke with playful energy. You could see the tension in the air. Within minutes, she was laughing, brushing her hair back, giving him her full attention. And then, he got her number. Right there, in front of me. And me? I was still frozen in the sand, too afraid to make a move. That day burned into my mind forever. Because it showed me something most guys don't want to admit. Looks don't win. Waiting doesn't win. Eye contact doesn't win. The guy who acts with confidence wins. The guy who creates tension wins. The guy who isn't scared to be rejected wins. And that's when I realized the real mistake isn't being rejected. The real mistake is doing nothing at all. Now, here's the truth nobody tells you. Talking to women isn't about asking interview questions. It's not about saying, "So, what music do you like?" Or, "What's your favorite food?" That's boring. That's the kind of conversation that goes nowhere. That's how you sound like every other guy she's ever met. What actually excites women is energy, playfulness, teasing, a little bit of tension. Think about it. When you talk to your best friends, you don't sit there asking them job interview questions, do you? No. You joke around. You roast each other. You make fun of the little things. That's what creates fun, memorable energy. That's what makes people want to be around you. And it's the same with women. Let me give you an example. On a date, instead of asking, "So, what do you do for fun?" you could look at her, notice her fidgeting with her straw, and say, "You nervous? You look like you're about to confess to a crime." Instantly, the energy shifts. She laughs. She teases back. That's sexual tension. That's how you separate yourself from the boring guys. Now, here's the problem. Most guys are terrified of rejection. That's why Ryan stayed silent. That's why I froze in Bali. That's why you've hesitated before. Because rejection feels brutal. It feels personal, like it's proof you're not good enough. But here's the reality. Rejection isn't the enemy. Regret is. You'll forget most rejections after a few days, but you'll remember the girl you never spoke to, the number you never asked for, the kiss that never happened. That memory will eat you alive far more than any rejection ever could. I know because I've felt it, and I guarantee you've felt it too. So, what's the answer? You need to practice. You need to desensitize yourself to rejection. The first 10 times will sting. The first 20 times will hurt. But after a while, it becomes normal. You stop caring. You start realizing rejection doesn't actually mean anything. And that's when confidence becomes natural. I've been rejected more times than I can count. Dozens, maybe even hundreds. And you know what? Every single rejection made me sharper. Every single one built my confidence. Every single one made the next approach easier. Because here's the secret. Girls don't actually want perfection. They want authenticity. They want honesty. They want a guy who isn't afraid to show he's interested. Think about the guy in Bali. He wasn't a model. He wasn't rich. He just went up, smiled, and said something. That's all it took. He created that spark because he wasn't scared to try. And that's exactly what most guys miss. They think being quiet and mysterious will somehow attract her. They think flexing their arm or staring will somehow send the signal. But it doesn't. Because women can't read your mind. If you don't speak, you don't exist. So the next time you see a girl you like, don't wait. Don't think. Don't rehearse in your head for an hour. Just say something. Tease her. Make her laugh. Create tension. Show her you're confident enough to take action even when you're nervous. Because that's what's really attractive. Most guys think they need money, looks, status. But what women actually crave is a man who makes them feel something. Excitement, fun, curiosity, tension. That's what sticks.
When you speak with confidence, when you tease playfully, when you show ambition and passion, that's when you stand out. That's when she remembers you. That's when she starts thinking about you after you've gone. If you want to start practicing right now, don't overthink it. Walk up to a girl and open with something simple but playful. Comment on the music, her drink, or something funny happening nearby. Tease her lightly, make her laugh, and keep the energy playful. Talk about things that spark curiosity. Share your passions or goals. Tell a funny or slightly embarrassing story. Or playfully challenge her with a dare or question. Observational humor and gentle flirty teasing work wonders too. The key is to create energy, tension, and connection. Don't just ask boring questions. And once you try this, comment on this video and tell me how your approach went. Share your experience, whether it went amazing or awkward, because that's how you actually start improving. And let me tell you, once you learn how to create that feeling, everything changes. Conversations stop being awkward. Dates stop being boring. Rejection stops hurting. And suddenly, you're not Ryan anymore. You're not me frozen in Bali. You're the guy who gets the number, who creates attraction, who gets remembered. Because at the end of the day, fortune favors the bold. So stop waiting. Stop staring. Stop flexing your arm thinking she'll magically notice. Speak. Tease. Create tension. Be bold. Because that's how girls really want you to talk to them.